Welcome to the long-awaited return of DDD's Puppet Show. The show where I tell you guys a story, but you guys laugh, have fun, or just do whatever while I do so. So without further ado, without any intrusions, let's begin. Where's that bastard Kirby? He's over there. Doing what? Well, I think he's playing his game. Oh, really? What's he playing? Oh, he's playing one of his games. His own games. Well, that is something of beauty. Kirby, can you bring, the game that we're going to be talking about today to me? Thank you. Hey guys, Brady here. I know. It's been a long time. Sure you have missed me. But don't worry, I'm still alive and kicking. I just haven't been making any videos lately. So welcome back to Brady's Talks, where I review certain games. Showtime, it's Kirby time, and it's not a console game again. So the GBA is where Kirby sort of took a break from home console. We had two games on here. One was a completely new game called Kirby and the Amazing Mirror. I could do a review on that. I mean, I know everything about it, literally everything. And a direct port of the NES Classic, while still being a brand new game, Kirby Nightmare in Dreamland. So today, the review is Kirby Nightmare in Dreamland for the Game Boy Advance. Now, want to let you guys know, this was supposed to be Kirby Triple Deluxe review. However, since I forgot about that review and have left it in my Google Drive for a pretty long time, I may have to redo it. Who knows? Maybe. But like Vegeta's Puppet Show, or else I'll hit with my hammer. Capiche? Alright. So, let's do this. So the story. It's as typical of a Kirby story as you could possibly get. Kirby was... So, Dreamland is the home of dreams, right? Yes. So, Kirby, and his friends in Cappy Town, like if you get the anime reference, love to dream, because the title of, the town, of the world Dreamland, makes sense, doesn't it? But one day, one faithful day, everyone lost the ability to dream. Because the famous Star Rod was taken out of a pedestal. And this son of a penguin was bathing in the Fountain of Dreams. Now that is true DDD humor. And so, Kirby goes on a quest to save the universe. Most particularly, his universe. So, the gameplay. It's the GBA. of course, the gameplay is going to be pretty simplistic. In fact, the A and B buttons sort of make sense considering that this is somewhat of a port of the NES game, while also being its own creation. So, there are up to... Wait, hold up, I'm trying to think. Dang, I really can't remember. 8 worlds. 8 worlds. Yep. So, allow me to go through all of them. There's Vegetable Valley, where you start off, obviously. It's typical, it's grassland. Ice Cream Island, which is a beach world. Butter Building, which is a tower land, or a big tower, hence the title of the world. Grape Garden, which is like a mixture of a cloudy area and a grassland. Yogurt Yard, which is a mountain. It's in the Rocky Ridges or something like that. Orange Ocean, which is, like the title says, it's an orange ocean. And Rainbow Resort, or, yeah, Rainbow Resort. Home of the Star Ride. Fun fact, did you know that all of these, all these worlds actually have to do with foods? Vegetable Valley, get it? Ice Cream Island, Butter Building, Grape Garden, Yogurt Yard, Orange Ocean, Rainbow Resort. Well, I mean, there's Rainbow Cookies, but they're all based off food, and they to add a little bit more context, they spell out in reverse Roy G. Biv, which is a clever way of showing us the rainbow's colors. HAL Laboratory, they just come up with the best ideas ever. So, power-ups. It's basically, whilst being its own creation, it does have a few of the abilities from Adventure in this game. But that doesn't mean that they stopped at nothing to rename some of them. Like, I mean, Backdrop is still Backdrop, Throw is still Throw, UFO is still UFO, but Fireball has actually been renamed Burning, which makes more sense. Then, of course, there's no bomb ability, obviously. There's Crash, which is just pshoo, all over the place. Yeah, those are all the power-ups. How about the bosses? What about the bosses? Let's get into those. So, Vegetable Valley has Wispy Woods. Typical, you just gotta beat him up. You gotta beat him up with his apples or use his sword to cut him down. Ice Cream Island has Paint Roller, a brand new character who likes to paint, obviously, and he wears roller skates, so that's why he's called Paint Roller. Butter Building has Mr. Shine and Mr. Bright, who are a sun and moon. Could they be the sun and moon that we're fighting in Kirby Superstar? Who knows? They're actually a pretty hard boss fight, but not too hard. Once you understand the patterns of the boss battles, you'll understand more, and you'll be able to beat them. Grape Garden has Kracko, typical. Yogurt Yard has Heavy Mole, I think it is. It's like a machine that digs through caves or something. Orange Ocean has the one and only Meta Knight. Fun fact, did you know that Meta Knight's very first game appearance in the Kirby series was Adventure / Nightmare in Dreamland? Nice, huh? And of course the non-final boss is King DDD. But what about the final boss? Well, we'll get to that in a bit. Let's talk about the sub-games. In Adventure, there were like at least 2 or 3 sub-games. There was Egg Catcher, this claw machine game, and Quick Draw. Now, Quick Draw is present, don't worry, and it's based on, and the Quick Draw style is based off of Kirby Superstar, which is nice. You know, the Samurai Kirby and whatnot. There's also Bomb Rally, which is cool, and Kirby's Air Ride. Or Air Surf, I don't know. Wait a minute, that hints at a future title, Kirby Air Ride for GameCube. And all of these are 4-player, which, unless you guys were tethered by that, by the Game Boy Advance link cable, you know, the thing that went in here. Alright, time to talk about the final boss. So, you beat Dedede, right? Well, Dedede's like, please don't put that back in the pedestal, you'll unleash a monster! Well, Kirby being, well, Kirby, he puts the pedestal back in its, he puts the star rod back in its place, and awakens a ball of magic. So, it's dark magic too, so you know what that means. It's time to fly off to save the day. But once you beat the ball of magic, dark magic, you realize that it is the one and only, the forgotten Kirby enemy, Nightmare. I'm telling you guys. He has this gimmick where he has this cloak in him, and when he opens the cloak, you gotta attack. Unless you don't attack, that's not good. Once you beat him, though, Kirby flies on his Warp Star, with Dedede following him, and so the Star Rod has been placed back in the pedestal, Dreamland is saved, end of Kirby Nightmare in Dreamland. This whole game was about a Star Rod, or this whole game was about a magic wand. That's all I want to say. So overall, this game is, it's definitely a classic, if you want to say that, which is why I'm giving it a 8 out of 10. For it being somewhat of a port of the NES game, while also being its own creation, completely new, having 4-player compatibility with the link cable, and having really good graphics. This has been Brady of the Bunch with my review of Kirby Nightmare in Dreamland for the GBA. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some unfinished business to do. See you guys soon for hopefully another review or top 5. Sayonara.